Concerned about bad breath in the boardroom or the bedroom? Is Cupid's arrow going to pass you by because your breath isn't sweet this Valentine's season? Let's talk about mouth odor for a moment. The problem with mouth odor, we tend to overdose ourselves with mouthwash, which contains alcohol. And that's precisely what happens. We get overdosed with it. A little bit goes a long way. Alcohol actually dries our mouth out terribly and can contribute to mouth odor in the long run. We need to keep our mouths wet. Keep a lot of fluid in there. Use plenty of plain water. That does a lot to dilute any debris that might be in there and any odor that might be there. Minimize the use of breath drops and minimize the use of alcohol-containing mouthwashes. And you'd be surprised how much better things will be for you if you're concerned about mouth odor. Now, if you're a heavy alcohol drinker or smoker, that's going to be detectable no matter what happens. But setting that aside, the other thing that you have to concern yourself with is food that is heavily pungent and heavily spiced. If you're an ethnic food lover and you really eat that a lot, you can clean it out and do pretty good with that, except for garlic. Garlic gets in our bloodstream, and that's detectable for up to 36 hours after you've eaten it. So Italian food with a lot of and garlic bread, as much as you might love it, be sure if you're going on a date, you have your date eat the same thing, and then it's not so bad. I shouldn't be a slip about that, but it's really true. Now, let's talk about the mouth cleanliness for a minute. Brushing and flossing we're all aware of, but the floss is really very important. In between the teeth and the nooks and crannies around your teeth is where the food particles lie, and that's where basically a lot of the odor is. If you can just floss that underneath the gums, in between the teeth, you can dislodge the particles that would hide many of the mouth odor areas, and then in rinsing and swishing, you can get that out of there, and that's going to make a big difference. And the brushing, of course, is you want to get the gums and the teeth clean. But use that toothbrush gently, but well on your tongue. The tongue being brushed is a little bit like vacuuming in the carpet in your living room. The tooth is easy to clean. The tongue is like the pile on the carpet. If you don't clean that carpet a little bit, it's going to be full of debris. And think about that window that you've just washed. Would you take an oily rag and run across it? Not really. So brush your tongue. Again, rinse thoroughly. You'll find that your mouth is clean and fresh, and it's going to be great for those dates, and you wouldn't be embarrassed in a business situation either. Good luck on Valentine's Day. Hopefully you'll have a nice response, and if your mouth smells of anything, hopefully it'll be chocolate. Be sure you come and see the dentist, though. I'm Dr. Steve Hook, Culver City Dentist, DDS.com.